Wait, I don't like the title.
Okay.
But I don't know what a better title is anyway. So they want something a little bit more artistic. So it could just be something like isolation or something
Isolation.
like that. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I'm just not sure about it.
In one word.
Not necessarily, but just something a bit more. It's just too specific, really.
Okay.
That's fine. I think you just need to say this in a slightly different way. So you might say the music that has been in the background builds to a crescendo.
Okay.
It cuts the moment Dylan stands and walks away. Okay. Now here you're talking about the future, but in film you just need to say what happens. So it would be something like that follows a montage of his journey home. Full stop. Now you need to choose a place that this happens. You need to be specific about it. So it could be.
So do you
Has he still got the phone in his hand here?
Yeah. Or he looks at it and then puts it down. I think I would say that.
All right. So choose a place. He's standing at the gate. He's standing at the cash point. He's standing at the bus stop. And yes, say it. Now here, when you say cut, you say it match cuts. Yeah. So match cuts means it looks exactly the same when you get to the. Okay. Looking. So again, you say the music from the first scene returns and begins to build, something like that. Just the music ends, I think. What do you mean his alarm is present? You mean
it's like it will show his alarm at 000. I kind of want it to be like he's asleep, and then it cuts to him it says like 12 o'clock on the alarm clock.
Did this conversation not happen at midnight then?
Before, didn't I?
So I don't understand how. Is there a kind of jump in time?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Do I need to say?
Well, what I imagine if it's in real time is he ignores her, she goes away, the music has gone to silence, he lies back on the bed and sighs, he turns his head, and then we get a shot of the clock. That's, for me, in that if it's in the present, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
So, but then you just need to say his alarm clock shows, because alarm is, or his alarm is just an alarm. You need an alarm clock there. Don't need mum's house, I don't think. It's the afternoon of the next day. And Dylan is not in his bed. What is made? Dylan is not in his bed. The bed is made. Something like that. We hear the sound of a kettle boiling downstairs. So hang on. So it's an empty bed. We're looking at an empty room.
Yeah.
We hear the kettle boiling. And then we see him walking downstairs dressed?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like that overlapping sounds before that happens.
Yeah. I get it. Tell us what his mother is doing. What's she doing? Where he notices his mum. That makes it sound like his mum is just there. Like,
okay.
Don't tell me now. Just think about it, okay? Now, how does that show?
facial expressions.
So you have to say,
In particular.
Dylan, snorts, groans, winces, grimaces, something. Yeah. Gets doesn't need an apostrophe if you're writing gets. Then notices his phone. That's a question, so it needs a question mark. Where he began. Okay, so it can't be exactly the same. He has to be in different clothes because unless you're going back. Otherwise, people will think, "Oh, we're back there again."
Okay, it's us. Different clothes. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to say it there. I'm just saying. I mean, one way you could indicate it is to both put later that day.
Okay.
Something like that. Just because if I'm trying to visualize it and I'm thinking, well, is that the same day that we had at the beginning? You can't. If you say the same place and position, I just think, is that a flashback? You've got an extra bracket in here. See?
So that I can delete that.
Well, you just got to. That's not necessary, is it?
Okay.
Now look, see mainly pictures with him and his friends. If he's looking at his camera roll, he's choosing which pictures to look at, isn't it? Isn't he?
But it's more like, when you scroll through, like,
yeah,
you're just going back and back.
Yeah, but then he knows what he's going to see. It's not like you make it sound like it's an accident. He sees mainly pictures with him and his friends. Or
so I say scrolls through pictures with him and his friends.
More like it, yeah. Into the distance, NCE, not T. We cut back to the argument that Dylan and his mum were having. Question mark. This needs to be on another line, so this should be calm. This bit in brackets should be underneath Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think on Write a Duet it has a thing for yeah. Dylan goes 2 walks rapidly out of the door.
Doesn't make sense.
No, you need to lose that S. And gives no attention towards his mum.
Okay.
Yeah, gives his mum no attention. And then you said goes to again. That doesn't stylistically work. And tries to get his attention. Right, if he explodes with frustration, does he not say anything at all? Sure.
Should I write that after?
I think you should switch those around.
Okay.
Why do you even care about me as a question? So it needs a question mark. If you intensely look at each other, then you should be. I mean, it should both look intensely at each other. Angry, not angered. Provoked doesn't really work there. I don't know what else to put in there though. I would say throws rather than chucks. Sorry.
That could be like this flashback.
Yeah, that's fine.
From the later the day.
Yeah. You just again need to decide when is that? Is that the first one or the second one?
I think it'll be the second one.
Right. So then you need to think about that. Make sure he's dressed in that way.
Okay.
and shoot it on that day. That reevaluated needs a dash in there between the two E's. And should have never is shouldn't have had a go. I just humiliated everything she has done for me. You can't really humiliate stuff. So it would have to be something like I just humiliated her and forgot about or ignored everything she has done for me. You're not supposed has a D on the end of it. Right. So here you just need to put Dylan walks home or something like that.
Okay.
What is it really going to take? He's going to start walking in the day and then get home in the night.
Yeah, like late, just before it gets dark.
Dusk.
Dusk. Okay.
DUSK. He will carry on. We continue to hear his voiceover. Stupid reasons. Parties, the verb is PARTYS because you are partying. That's the plural you got there. And he directly staring at his doorbell doesn't make sense. Just look at the grammar of that. Long amount of time, just he waits for a long time. You put doorbell there as one word and you put it there as two words. He waits again for a long time. Mums needs an apostrophe. He rapidly tries to unlock the door as quick as possible. Either he does it rapidly or he does it as quickly as possible, but the two mean the same thing. And here, this needs to be on one line and the mum needs to be on another line.
So it's like dun dun dun.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Great. Okay, sorry, I'm giving you a hard time on that, but I should say it's good. I like it.